been done.
Call the February 11th meeting of the City Council to order. Interim Chief Martin, would you lead us in the invocation?
Heavenly Father, we gather here tonight. We thank you for our health and our ability to be here. We ask, Father, that you examine our hearts and fill us with wisdom so that the result of our efforts will bring glory to you and you alone. In Jesus' name I pray.
Amen. Chief Hawkins, would you lead us in the pledge?
Yes.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk will call the roll.
Taylor.
Present.
Peterson.
Present.
West.
Present.
Lease.
Present.
Heckmaster.
Present.
Barlow.
Here.
Schramm.
Present.
I would entertain a motion to approve the minutes of our January 28th and January 30th council meetings.
Your Honor, I move we approve the minutes of the January 28th council meeting. Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve the minutes of the January 28th council meeting. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion carried. I would now entertain a motion to approve the January 30th council meeting minutes.
I move that we approve the January 30th special closed session minutes.
Second.
Is that a second, Rick? I have a motion and a second to approve the January 30th council meeting minutes. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion carried. Presentations and proclamations. Could we have the officers to be sworn in, please come forward?
So I just wanted to introduce two of our newest officers, fresh out of the academy in December. We have Officer Creaky over here, and don't ask me how to spell that because I get it wrong every time. But Creaky is her name, and this is Officer Wagner. Again, they're out of the academy since December, so they're brand new with us, but we're very excited to have them, and they're about to get sworn in.
Madam Clerk, would you issue the oath of office to the police officers, please?
You know what, we have paper copies. We will just do these together, so. Monica, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Brian Wagner,
Solemnly swear. That I possess all the qualifications prescribed by law.
all the qualifications prescribed by law,
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
And the state of Missouri.
and the state of Missouri,
The provisions of the city charter.
the provisions of the city charter,
And the ordinances of the city of Carthage.
and the ordinances
of the city of Carthage.
And faithfully demean myself in office.
And faithfully demean myself in office.
And well and truly perform the duties of police officer.
And well and truly perform the duties of police officer.
Within and for said city.
Within and for said city.
To the best of my skill and ability.
To the best of my skill and ability.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
We'll now move on to public comments. Each person addressing the council shall state their name and address or organization or firm represented. It's limited to no more than 5 minutes. The time may be extended by the chair if deemed necessary. Once a person has had their say on a particular issue, they are not permitted to once again speak on the issue unless called to answer any further questions by the council or the chair. We'll have reports of standing committees, Budget Ways and Means, Chairperson Heckmaster.
Your Honor, Budget Ways and Means Committee met last night at 5:30 PM here in council chambers. We discussed and approved a budget adjustment for fiscal year 2024-2025. This included 3 funds, and all of the adjustments have been approved by resolution or emergency purchase authorized by our mayor, Your Honor. From the annual operating and capital budget for the general fund, for the street department, $13,713 to the vehicle maintenance line. For the parks department, not to exceed $2,000 for travel and training line, and $41,253 to the capital outlay line, items for ash tree removal and replacement funded through a Missouri Department of Conservation grant in the amount of $41,162. The IT department, an amount not to exceed $10,658.25 to the capital outline item for network and host project, and under central municipal activities, a supplemental appropriation of an amount not to exceed $10,658.25 to the professional services line item. From the use tax fund, an amount not to exceed $15,000 to the parks capital outlay line item for design plans. From the public facilities bond fund, an amount not to exceed $95,000 to the capital project line item for changes to the I-49 roundabout project. The council will vote on these expenditures tonight as Council Bill 2508. Next, we discussed an agreement with the Boots Court Foundation Carthage Visitor Center. Boots is the only tourism center open in Carthage on weekends. Visitors to our city visit Boots to learn more about our city and to get their passports stamped. To our visitors, these passports are a big darn deal. With the upcoming Route 66 celebration, visitation will significantly increase. City Administrator Tracy Cox and Councilperson Janice Schramm have invested countless hours in creating a tourism board. This board will meet to make sure that every participating organization has a voice, and it will also avoid duplication. Each of the participating organizations has an important role to fill. Boots will serve as the official visitor center, and beginning July 1st, 2025, will be paid $3,000 per month for their services. While the agreement was unanimously approved last night, this is considered one of the city's agency agreements. As such, this will go to the agenda closer to the end of the fiscal year with the other agency agreements. Our last order of business was a 5-year plan presented by Michael Keith, our IT administrator. Michael noted rising costs and the need for strategic investment. At the least, we have a need for essential services to be updated, secure, and functional. Proposed were police and fire data terminals, printer upgrade project, security assessment and incident response plan, very important. In fact, during a recent weekend, Michael, in concert with Stronghold, worked on a ransomware threat. Conference room technology. The City Council and committees have utilized the conference room for Zoom meetings. This proposal includes installation of dedicated TV and a camera for virtual meetings, dispatch, backup, and upgrade. Currently, 2 stations exist, but the secondary is not fully functional, and we need for it to be as a backup. Police department routers. Fleet vehicles currently use 4G routers, which will be phased out by 2028. The goal is to replace all vehicles with 5 compatible models. Access control upgrades for various departments. Our current system is 15+ years old and is no longer supported by the manufacturer. Simple Network Management Protocol provides real-time monitoring for all network devices. And server simplification project. Fewer servers mean lower operational cost and a streamlined IT infrastructure. In addition, we heard from City Clerk Miranda Deal in regards to capital requests for things including improvements to City Hall, a security system for City Hall, office furniture, also an upgrade to ERP Pro 10 with Content Manager, which is software. Ms. Cox provided a budget process update and confirmed a capital projects work session with all council members, which will take place on March 5th. The next meeting of the Budget Ways and Means Committee is scheduled for Monday, March 10th at 5:30 PM here in council chambers.
Thank you. Committee on Insurance Audit and Claims, Chairperson Schramm.
The Committee on Insurance Audit and Claims met tonight at 5:30 in council chambers, and we reviewed claims against the city in a total of $988,117.52 to forward to council. Some of the main expenditures were for Radmacher excavation for the roundabout of $274,230.99, to Zanovan Engineering for $45,010.67, to the City of Joplin for the DMO reimbursement for tourism of $16,131.75, and a purchase of a Durango for the Police Department of $44,900. Also tonight, we considered and approved to go to council to accept the new dental and vision plans. They're staying with the same companies. The dental plan went up 4.7%, and it's just not enough of a change to look for another provider at this, but the new renewal rates for the vision, which is BSP, went down 10%, which is unusual. So 100% of these expenditures are paid by the employees. So at this time, I'd like to make a motion to approve the new dental and vision renewal rates.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve the new dental and vision rates. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Another item we discussed and are sending on to City Council tonight is the new job description for the Assistant City Administrator. What we had done on that one was take out some of the budget, working with the budget and putting more capital projects. As of today, we don't have someone that actually looks through capital projects from start to finish. So this gives someone responsibility for all the capital projects. And I would like to make a motion to accept the City Assistant Administrator's job description.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to accept the job description for the Assistant City Administrator. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
We also discussed and are sending on to City Council the job description. There's a few changes for the City Administrator. One of the big ones is it kept saying he, and I believe a woman can do anything. So I think it needs to be gender neutral. So those changes were made. And at this time, I'd like to have a motion to accept the new job description for the City Administrator.
I'll make said motion.
You second, Chris. Jana made the motion. Okay.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second to accept the City Administrator job description. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
We had staff reports from Miranda saying that the capital budget are beginning to be talked about, the administration and IT last night, and they need to do public services and public safety. The work session on March 5th is to review all of the capital plans all at once. And Tracy reported that we have a CD due, and she's looking at the interest rates of that. Our next meeting will be February 25th in council chambers.
Thank you. Public Safety Committee, Chairperson Heckmaster.
Your Honor, the Public Safety Committee is in between meetings. Our next meeting will be held here in City Council chambers at February 24th at 5:30 p.m.
I would like to note that that is 1 week later than normal due to the holiday next Monday. Okay, thank you. Public Services Committee, Chairperson Barlow.
Mr. Mayor, we're between meetings right now. Our next meeting is scheduled for this Thursday at 5:30 here in council chambers.
Thank you. Public Works Committee, Chairman Taylor.
We, excuse me, we had several things on the agenda. One of the main things is under Resolution 2076. It's a resolution of the City of Carthage stating that there is no intent to sell the public parking lot located at Second and Howard Street and align the use of the lot by future Route 66 market visitors, which is a project put on by the
McCune Brooks
Keene Brooks
Health
Grant?
Foundation.
Yeah, okay. And that's all I have. Our next meeting is first Tuesday in March.
Thank you, sir. Reports from special committees and board liaisons.
I would just note that Kellogg Lake Advisory Board meets this Thursday at Ulmer Funeral Home at 6 p.m. for anyone that's interested or would like to come.
Thank you. Ms. Heckmaster.
Your Honor, the Planning, Zoning, and Historic Preservation Commission met last Thursday on February 6th here in council chambers. A public hearing was conducted to review the request from Brian Springer to demolish the garage on his property at 1427 Grand Avenue. No objections were raised and approval was granted for the demolition. Under old business, the committee discussed an RFP grant aimed at soliciting bids from companies to assist with the plan and code development for a historic district. Josh Anderson reported sending out approximately 50 requests, but no suitable company has been found yet to carry out this study. The next Planning and Zoning and Historic Preservation Commission meeting will be held on, March 6th, 2025, here in council chambers.
Thank you. Anyone else? Mr. Marlowe?
Library Board, sir, met this evening. Julie and Sherry went to State Capitol for Library Advocacy Day. Met with state representatives and senators. Had a good experience there. Dessa, the therapy dog, for anyone has someone who would like to, little ones who just love reading to dogs, it's a very positive thing. I don't know the schedule, but for that and all their other excellent activities, be sure and check out their very active and up-to-date Facebook page. Citizenship classes are an awesome thing. We've had some new recent graduates, and it is a wonderful thing to have new fellow Americans who've gone through all those efforts to make that happen. So again, check out their Facebook and their activities. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Well, I would like to start my report tonight by thanking a few people. And I'm sure I may miss a couple because I know there were several of the guys from Public Works up here working on this, but I'd like to thank Cooper Vanway and Dakota McDonald. I think everyone probably noticed first thing tonight when we came in the council chambers, we took out the wall that was back there in the corner, opening up the council chambers a little bit more. They also assisted in putting all the desks in position and everything, so I'd like to thank those guys for that. I would like to thank Eli Maples with the fire department and his organizing of the baby box dedication. That was a couple weeks ago that we attended. I would like to thank Michael Keith for working with Stronghold Data on the recent potential ransomware hack by the Russians. And he was able to stay that off. And I would like to thank Michael Miller with the work that he did on the city administrator hiring committee. And we will have a recommendation from that committee coming forward at a future meeting. We've worked with all the department heads to hear their capital budgets, and those are now, I know a couple of committees have heard those, but the Public Safety Committee and Public Services Committee will hear those capital budget requests at their next meetings. And this year, we're gonna have a work session on March 5th. In years past, we go through and we work on the capital budget, and when it comes to the amount of money we have to capital budget, we don't have a good idea of the priorities of the council. So that work session on March 5th, we will talk about, because if you're not on the committee, you haven't heard those requests from the other departments. So we'll work on that and try to prioritize the council's priorities in those capital projects for next year. So March 5th, I believe City Clerk Deal has contacted everyone, and that's a date that's available. It will be an open meeting because we will have the whole council here, but the only business that we will be conducting that night will be to hear those capital budget requests. Met last week with Chief Hawkins and Ms. Cox with the Humane Society. They have come to us with a proposed contract. We need to work a little bit more on that contract, but we are working to come to some type of an agreement with them so that we can all move forward with that contract. I believe that's all I have for tonight. Reports and remarks from council members. Mr. Taylor?
I have nothing at this time, Your Honor.
Mr. Peterson?
I just wanted to note, as you just explained, Mayor, I'm not sure who I need to give the credit to, but our work session, when it comes to the budget, I really appreciate that as involving the entire council. And I look forward to that because like you mentioned, it's all of our obligation to stay informed and aware of what's going on elsewhere if we're not on that committee. But I think that'd be really beneficial to all of us to be privy to that. So appreciate that thought to City Hall. And that's all, sorry.
Okay. Mr. West?
Nothing tonight, Your Honor. Thank you.
Ms. Lees?
Nothing tonight, thank you.
Ms. Heckmaster?
I just wanted to share that I think the McCune Brooks Foundation funding the new Farmers Market building is really exciting. They're rebranding it to the Route 66 Market with a projected opening date of April 2026. Carthage is indeed blessed to have so many foundations or organizations that support our needs. In addition, I just thought it was so cool to watch the new officers be sworn in. Grateful for them, grateful for the risk they take, because anyone that's on the streets takes risk, right? And I'm just very pleased and grateful. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Barlow?
Touched to see our newest members of law enforcement for our fair city and offer them our prayers as well as other law enforcement first responders for their willingness to lay themselves on the line for our safety and well-being.
Ms. Schramm?
I just wanted to tell you a little bit about what I've done in the past 2 weeks. It's been a fast few weeks. February 4th, I attended the Jasper County Commissioners meeting. It was a very short meeting. Charlotte Pickering did say that there has been a big increase in passport applications in the last few weeks. I think she said it was larger than she's ever seen. I did attend the Public Works Street Department meeting, and I had a couple more things I'd like to say on that. Starbucks is opening February 28th. It was the 14th, 15th, and I heard rumors that the CEO wanted to make a few changes. So that'll be a couple more weeks. The Downtown Sidewalk Project is coming along, and there's an informational meeting tomorrow. And we're going to discuss, any thoughts to improve it or any questions, and that's at 10 a.m. Is that right? And here or upstairs? Is it here in council chambers? The challenges ahead, Zeb had mentioned that the Oak Street Bridge, it only has about 1 year left, and I did mistakenly put $10 million project, and he told me today it was $1.8 million project, and that's such an important thing in our town as Wee Hill and the Route 66. So I really hope that we find a solution to that quickly. The Garrison Street bridges have a limited time left, an estimated cost of $38 million for replacement. So there may be some tough decisions ahead to keep those bridges working. He did tell us about a great cost savings that we'll have. They took the light out where the hospital turn was on Fur Road and are going to put it at River and Fur Road, and that saves the city about $375,000 by reusing that light, so that's wonderful. And efforts are underway to secure grants for the widening of Baker Street to make it safer and a 3-lane with sidewalks. And he has some grants lined up for that, for the engineering and hopefully the entire project. So we're looking forward to that. And I want to thank Zeb for his vision and hard work in keeping Carthage growing and thriving and all his positive steps to save money and be an extremely important, valuable member of the Carthage administration. So thank you. February 6th, I attended the planning and zoning for Terry, and that was just a very short meeting. February 10th, last night I attended the Budget and Ways meeting and heard the extensive list of capital projects for the next 5 years from Michael Keith, and I want to thank him for staying on top of the cybersecurity for our safety in our city. He has many sleepless nights in trying to get our city protected against any threats. So thank you so much. That's it for right now.
Thank you. Miscellaneous reports of officers of the city. Chief Hawkins.
I do like the process that we go through now, having the officers sworn in up here. I think it's great that the council gets to see them, especially as they begin their careers. I think that's important to both sides, actually. And that, and other than working on budget, that's all I have to report.
Thank you. Interim Chief Martin.
Same as far as the budget goes, that's consumed a lot of time. But I would like to let everybody know that Saturday, 21 years ago, we lost Steve Bureau in a fire, and on February 18th, his family requested, we've always met on the 18th, that is great, but we're going to do that on Saturday the 15th at 2 o'clock, so that the family can attend. His brother lives in Kansas City, and this gives him the opportunity to participate as well. Saturday afternoon, 2 o'clock, if you need to eat, or if you want to just attend.
Thank you. Mr. Carney.
Well, I was hoping Martin would bring up inclement weather, because that always seems to be the fire chief's job to talk about bad stuff like that. But I think everybody knows it is coming in. We're not going to avoid this round of storms. We do have guys on call that we'll have in to pre-treat intersections and bridges like we normally do, and then we'll see what amount of snow we have in the morning. But we'd have another crew coming at 4 a.m., so hopefully that will make your commute to work a little safer. And we will have, as Ms. Schramm said, the meeting tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. It's not really a public meeting, but it's more of an informational meeting from the contractor to the city to give us their timeline and work schedule and stuff. Once we have that, we will have Melissa Little, our public information officer, publish that on our website, online. That way everybody's aware of it, where we're going to start, the time frames. That's all I have to say.
Thank you. Ms. Cox.
Thank you. As has been talked previously tonight, we did receive information of a potential ransomware attack on our city, where the logo was found on the dark web. There was other data that was attached with the logo, and that the other information that was associated with the logo was actually with Carthage, Texas. So Michael Keith and Stronghold Data, they worked diligently to ensure the safety of our data. As it turns out, it was a good training exercise, and thankfully we were not targeted. I have met with Vision Carthage and the Chamber of Commerce to discuss renewal of their agency contracts, and they're ready to be forwarded to committee for approval. And as stated previously, we have met with the Carthage Humane Society for contract negotiations. One thing to add is they are very passionate about caring and providing for our animals, and we will be meeting again soon, but I want to encourage everyone to volunteer when you can, because they do need the help. Our tourism director, Melissa Little, has been working on the formation of the Tourism Advisory Board, and she's also been working with Parks Director Abby Almendinger and Chelsea Charlie to kick off this season's Food Truck Friday. Our sales tax revenues for the current fiscal year are up $45,000 to date on our sales tax. The month total was up $19,960. And the use tax, I have a spreadsheet that I'm working on to try and determine what is going on with our use tax. We are down this current fiscal year to date $176,000. So I'm not sure where that is, but I am trying to locate where that is, what's going on with our use tax. And that's all I have tonight.
Thank you. Mr. Gold.
Nothing tonight, Ron.
Report of Claims Committee.
The Committee on Claims filed a report in the amount of $988,117.52.
I move that we approve the February 11th claims report.
A second.
Got a motion and a second to approve the report of the Claims Committee. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. There is no old business on the agenda tonight, so we'll now move to new business.
First reading of Council Bill 25-07, an ordinance waiving the buyback option stated in corporation warranty deed recorded with the Jasper County Recorder's Office in Book 2670, page 0149, on January 19th, 2023, for all of Lot Number 2, Block Number 3 in Myers Park Subdivision, Plat Number 4 in the city of Carthage, Missouri.
Any discussion? We'll move on to the next council bill.
First reading of Council Bill 25-08, an ordinance amending the annual operating and capital budget of the city of Carthage for fiscal year 2024 to 2025 for specified funds, general fund, use tax fund, and public facilities bond fund.
Any discussion? Move on to mayor's appointments.
Mayor's Board Liaison Appointments.
The changes to the liaisons was adding Jana Schramm to Vision Carthage and the Jasper County Commissioners. Jasper County Commissioners.
Would entertain a motion to approve those.
I move that we approve the appointment of Janice Schramm to the committees as reported on by Miranda.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve the appointment of Janice Schramm. Any discussion?
I'd just like to say I have been attending the county commissioners meeting several times since I've taken office. It's very interesting to me, and I wouldn't mind doing that at all. Also, I've already spoken with Vision Carthage several times, so.
Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
The mayor's appointment of Jim Swatzenberg to the Jasper County Extension Center until March 2026.
I'll make a motion to accept the appointment of Jim Swatzenberg to the Jasper County Extension Center.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve Jim Swatzenberg appointment to the Jasper County Extension Center. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. We'll move on to resolution.
Resolution 2076, a resolution of the City of Carthage, Missouri, stating that there is no intent to sell the public parking lot located at 2nd and Howard Street and allowing the use of the lot by future Route 66 market visitors.
I move that we adopt Resolution 2076.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2076. Any discussion? Cast your votes.
Brady, did you say yours?
Yeah, I did.
Hit that
I did.
blue button. Try it again, maybe it didn't register. There you go.
There it goes.
Motion passes. Closing comments, Ms. Heckmaster,
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Mr. Barlow.
Nothing, sir.
Ms. Schramm.
Of course, I have a few things. On February 2nd, the Stakeholders Legislative Roundtable was put on by the Carthage Chamber of Commerce. I attended along with Mayor Snow, Tracy Cox, and Terry Heckmaster. There were great conversations from our local government representatives, Jill Carter and Senator Jill Carter and Representative Kathy Jo Loy. It was a wonderful event, and I look forward to this annually. I attended on February 3rd the Safe Haven Baby Box at installation at Fire Station Number 2. It was a wonderful event. It was widely attended, and I'm so proud of Carthage for caring about every single life, and if it saves one life, it's very important, so thank you for driving that forward. Vision Carthage is having a fundraiser on February 22nd at Memorial Hall. The theme is a groovy 70s casino night. Please purchase your tickets on Facebook. Look at Vision Carthage on their page to purchase tickets. And I'm going to push Seroptimus Spuds event on March 4th at the Bridge Church. It's our annual auction. Seroptimus means best for women, and we lift up women in our area and internationally for a better life. And so please join us for lunch. For tickets, you could go to Facebook or ask a Seroptimist, Tracy, or myself, and we'll gladly sell you a ticket. So thank you.
Mr. Taylor?
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Mr. Peterson?
Probably odd time to raise this, and my apologies. I was just curious, so in our liaison, or our appointments this evening, it jogged my memory that end of last year, we had 2 up on the tree board, I believe, and they were, ultimately, we tabled appointments for that evening, and I wasn't sure if we've circled back to that yet or not, or plan to.
We do have several other boards that do have openings that we need to. I know Planning and Zoning has one, and I know the Tree Board has a couple. We will be looking at those, possibly not until after the April election.
Sure. Understood. Thank you, Your Honor. That's all.
Mr. West?
Nothing at all, thank you.
Ms. Lees?
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Have a motion to go into closed session?
I move we go into closed session.
You have to read.
Pardon?
You have to read.
Oh, I have to read it? According to section 610.021-3, the agenda includes the possibility of a vote to close part of the meeting to discuss hiring, firing, disciplining, or promoting of a particular employees by a public governmental body when personal information about the employee is discussed or recorded.
I second that.
Got a motion and a second to go into closed session. Any discussion? Cast your votes. Motion passes. We're in closed session. Back in open session. Will the clerk call the roll, please?
Taylor,
Present.
Peterson,
Present.
West,
Here.
Lees,
Here.
Peckmaster,
Present.
Barlow,
Here.
Schramm.
Here.
I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
Motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Meeting adjourned.